School podcast. I am delighted that you are here and you are choosing to spend a little bit of time with me today. I am your host, Sarah Drury, and it is my mission in life, my passion, to help women just absolutely understand how fundamentally amazing we are, how we are actually magic, and to learn to tap into that and then use all of that goodness that we have inside of us to tap into what it is that we want most in the world and then bring that to life and totally slay all of our goals and dreams. So, without further ado, you already saw the title of this podcast is The Question That Changed My Life. So I'm going to jump into that in just 1 second. But first, I want to show you something really exciting. I'm so excited to share this with you today. Okay, it's not totally ready yet, but it is coming soon, and we are one step closer. It is my book, 21 Days to Self-Love. This is probably backwards, I don't know, on the screen, or if you are listening and you have headphones on, I'm showing a picture of my book, 21 Days to Self-Love. So this past weekend, we are finally at September. We are heading into fall, and it feels so good. It just feels like a fresh start. I love everything about fall. And so this weekend, I spent the entire weekend with my mom, who is a saint, poring over this book for our last and final revision and edit before it goes to the printer. This is kind of just like a galley copy. It's going to go off to the printer, and then they will be ready for you to read. And I'm so excited to bring that to you. Okay, so let's get to, and this actually connects into the question that changed my life. So the question that changed my life, let me back up. I know, I'm getting there, but I want to go back a little bit to March of 2018, when I stumbled across, I was mixing those two words, a podcast by one of my business mentors, James Wedmore, and he was interviewing a guy I had never heard of at the time named Jim Fortin. If you've listened to any of my podcasts, I'm turning this off, then you probably have heard me talk about that person now, because it is a year and a half later, and a little over a year and a half, and my life has completely changed. My business is completely changed. Everything is completely changed. And that is made totally evident by the fact that this book is about to be released into the world. When I started working with Jim Fortin, who, like I said, I've been working with for a year and a half now as my coach, I had not even written this. I had not even had the concept for this yet. I knew that I wanted to change up my business a little bit. I knew that I had something like bigger in me that I wanted to bring to the world and all of that. You've probably heard my story about that. I've talked about it before. But I was so stuck in feeling like I had been pigeonholed into this one area in the beauty industry. And so I felt like I wasn't sure how to break the mold, how to get out of that. And the question that changed my life was brought to me by Jim Fortin. And that was, who do I have to be, or how do I need to feel? I want to make sure that I'm getting this exactly right. And what would I need to do if I already had fill in the blank? So for me, that was this new business, this other side of my life that I wanted to bring into the world that had nothing to do with hair and makeup in the beauty industry. And so, because I think I've always seen myself as a coach in some way, because everything that I've ever done has been to help myself feel more confident, to help other women feel more confident and bring whatever is in us to light. that thing that we have, that spark, that magic that I call it, to bring that out. So everything that I've ever done has been around that and has been about getting to the core of that. And so now I'm just doing that in a different way, in a sort of like coaching type of way, and sort of that way that I can show you how to get to the goal. Okay. But back just a year and a half ago, I hadn't even given myself the permission to step into that. So this question about who do I need to be in order to do what I want to do and have what I want to have, how would I need to feel, and all of those things, it literally changed my entire life. It changed like all my business, my life, the way that I show up, the things that I do. One of those was starting this podcast and just starting to show up and show myself and talk about the things that were close to my heart and the things that I actually wanted to talk about. So it was Jim Fortin that sort of gave me this permission. I gave myself the permission, but he showed me how to do that, right? Like he kind of peeled all the layers back so that I could look at these things and so that I could go, okay, well, who do I need to be in order to do the things that I want to do and have the things that I want to have? Most of us work from, and this I learned from Jim, from if I have the things, then I can do what I want and then I'll be who I want. And the truth is that is so mixed up and backwards. And I talk a lot about this now because, again, it changed my life. And so it's like, instead of asking it that way, instead of thinking and feeling limited by where we are and where our circumstances and the things that we have, we need to turn this around and ask a different question, ask it in a better way, a more empowering and powerful way of, instead of, well, okay, if I had more money, then I could grow my business. Or if I had more time, then I could, whatever it is. No, let's back up and say, who do I need to be? How do I need to feel? And then what do I need to do in order to create what I want to create, in order to have what I want to have? And so this really, I took it to heart. And that's what I want you to now do. I want you to take it to heart. So I don't want this. Feel like so often we hear things and we go, yes, I love that. Or we see the Instagram post and we're like, double tap. I love this post. And then we keep scrolling, or we go back to our lives and we keep living it the way that we were. And we keep saying the things like, oh, I just wish I had more time. Or I just wish that I had more money, because then if I had more money, then I could do, all the things. But I want you to take a step back, and I want you to really sink into this question. Now, Jim has a 3-part training coming up. This is September 4th when you are listening to this, I hope. If it's not, that's okay. I'm sure there's still more things. But September 4th, go and click the link in the description box below, in the link in my bio, in the link somewhere around this podcast, this video, whatever. There will be a link. There is a place that you can sign up to get a 3-part free training from Jim Fortin, all about this be, do, have, where he will just break all of it down. And then the other thing that you'll get when you sign up is this PDF. And that's what I want you to get and grab right now, is this PDF. I think once you click the link, you'll get an email, and inside of the email, there's an opportunity to join a Facebook group. And inside the Facebook group, it's just 3 steps, okay? There is a place where under the announcements, you can go and you can see where it tells you step by step, but it'll show you a link to download a PDF. I want you to download that PDF because it will walk you through the process. I'm going to see if I can pull it up here. And it has the question at the top of it. Who would I be? How would I feel? And what would I do if I already had fill in the blank? Okay, so and then it'll walk you through it. So go download that PDF. All this part is totally free, and really take it to heart. Really sit with it and ask yourself that question and fill the whole PDF out, because again, a lot of times we think this sounds great. Yeah, who do I have to be? But we don't sit with the question. We don't take these things to heart, and we don't do the work that it actually takes to get to the other side of this stuff. Whoops. And what I want to share with you is that if I had not asked that question, if I had not done that deep work of working on the parts of me that needed to be healed in some ways, I needed to understand that I could release, this book, my book, 21 Days to Self-Love, would not be a thing. It wouldn't be a thing. It would be, you know what it would still be? It would still be an idea, this great idea I had in my head one time. It would be like, yeah, I could do something like that. And then I'd make all the excuses about why now is not the right time, or why I don't have, all the things I need to have in order to do this. But when I reversed it and I said, no, maybe I don't have all the things that I feel, air quotes, I need to have, but who do I need to be in order to have those things that I want to have? Who would I need to be? Who is the version of myself that could write a book, that would write a book? And what would she say? What would that version of me want to tell you, the reader of the book? What message is in my heart that is I am burning to tell? And who would I have to be in order to show up and tell that? So that's what I wanted this podcast to be about, is the question that changed my life, because it did. It truly, truly did. And I want to tell you that every single day that I wake up, maybe 1 or 2 days I don't, but I ask myself this question, and I have answers written down. I have go-to things in my head and in my heart that I know that I need to be in order to have the things that I want to have. I know who I need to be. I know who I am striving to be and who I want to be. And then I just be that, and everything else falls into line. And so this question changed my life, and I know that it can change yours too. Like I said, I would invite you to come along on this 3-day journey with Jim Fortin, where he's going to break all of this stuff out. He is such a brilliant coach and mentor, and I feel so lucky, so blessed to have stumbled across him a year and a half ago. And it's just exciting to me too, to think about not just just a year and a half, all of the things that have changed for me, and how I feel different, and how I'm showing up differently. And then all of the things in the future that are going to continue this is going to accumulate over time. And I'm excited about where I'm going and where my business is headed and all the people I get to help. And I wake up every day with just joy in my heart and excitement. And so I want that for you too. And this is a really, really great opportunity for you to get a chance to work with Jim Fortin, who is, like I said, extraordinarily, I can't even explain it to you. You have to see how he works and what he does and the things that he says, and you're just mind-blowing one after another. So I would encourage you to click that link, join. I'm going to be in there again. Another really cool thing that has happened since I've been doing this work and saying, who do I need to be to do the things I want to do? One of the things is that I actually get to, I've been a coach in Jim Fortin's program, an assistant coach, along with several other people who, while his bigger program is going on, I get to help assist people through the program as a coach. which is maybe one of the greatest honors of my life, truly. It's such a blessing. So that was something that I could never have foreseen happening before I started asking this question, right? So again, just another way that it has blown me away of how I am different because I'm asking different questions and I'm showing up differently. And it all started with this question. So even if you don't join through this 3-day event that he has going on online, that's okay. Still ask this question. Just do it in a journal or whatever. You don't have to go through this 3-day thing, but I promise you, if you do, your mind will be blown. And the thing is, like, if you're really serious, people are really serious about creating things in the world and getting their goals and going after big dreams, they do this work. All of my greatest mentors do this type of work. It's a little bit different. It's a little bit deeper. It's a little uncomfortable, but it's so important, so vital to the journey of getting to where you want to be. And it started for me with this question, and I hope that you will see how that can start to change your entire life too. So come along with us on the journey. Click the link down below. Make sure that you join the Facebook group to get the PDF, and then it starts September 4th, and it will go through 3 days. I think each training is an hour-ish long. If I know Jim, he will be showing up and answering questions even longer than that. But I'm super excited about going through that. I hope that this question serves you and this podcast has served you today. That's what my goal is. And I will see you on the next podcast. Have a beautiful, magical rest of the day.